Hello, Sat Shri Akal, Namaskar, welcome to my kitchen. On today's show, we are making more Indian breakfast dishes. We will be making Pav Bhaji from Mumbai. So let's get cooking. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit. So here is my sabzi di dukan. That means all the vegetables that I'm using in pav bhaji are all in here in this basket. So I am using grated paneer as a garnish towards the end, but you will see in pav bhaji any vegetable can be added, but I am adding cauliflower, potato. Also, to make it spicy, I'm using green chili, I'm using carrot in it, I'm also going to be using some cilantro, tomatoes. So these are just the produce, and what you need to really know about pav bhaji is this pav bhaji masala. This is what makes our pav bhaji really yummy, and the taste that we want, the Mumbai taste, it comes from the pav bhaji masala. Now you can make this at home too, it's not difficult, but it's lot many spices that you'll have to bring and then make your pav bhaji masala. So I'm just giving an idea, just buy it, and that's what I do, and just use it. Also, very importantly, pav bhaji buns, they are also just the key ingredient. Yes, any buns can do, but you know, when you're having pav bhaji, then I really want the taste. So I bought this pav bhaji buns that we are going to be serving the bhaji with it. Now bhaji is vegetables, mixed vegetables that we are going to use, and then pav is the bread that goes with it. Pav bhaji will have boiled potatoes. I have some potatoes already boiled, paneer which is grated, tomatoes chopped, garlic, fresh garlic chopped, also pav bhaji masala, salt, and red chili powder with some mix of degi mirch, because that will give a color to pav bhaji, as well some ginger, and most favorite, onions. So now you know about the ingredients of pav bhaji. So how about we get some cooking done? So I'll meet you at my stove. Let's get cooking. Have your notepads ready. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit. Welcome back. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit, and today we are making this Mumbai's favorite pav bhaji, and it has been my favorite as well. Today I'm glad to share it with you all. Recipe is very simple, easy. All you have to remember, if you have been having meals with lots of vegetables Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right, and it's Friday now, and you're thinking, what should I cook today? You know what? That's the day when you want to make pav bhaji, because all the vegetables in your fridge can now have a life. They can come alive with pav bhaji. So here I have used today carrots, cauliflower, I had some peas in it, and also boiled potato that's going in. So boiled potato will give really a body to all this vegetables, and it will keep it together. Now also it has been just blanched in water. So once it's blanched, then all you're doing is you're going to mash the vegetables. So just mash it with the masher, and that is all in the step of the vegetables that we are doing. But the main part of pav bhaji is actually cooking, right? So the tarka of pav bhaji we are going to start after our vegetables are mashed here. And I just love the flavor of it. And in Mumbai you go, this is, you know, wherever you are, you will see the pav bhaji, and the best pav bhaji is in Mumbai. But you know what, I feel it's in my kitchen. we can make good pav bhaji at home. So as long as you just know the steps, and vegetables also you don't want to make too mushy. I'm just going to leave some here that you can see. You can still see predominantly there is carrots, there's peas, potatoes. You can see little specks of it, and that is good. That's what you want to see. Okay, so once this step is done, I hope it's clear, right? Clear? Okay. So we are going to put this away and start our tadka of pav bhaji. So we just finished with our vegetables part, and now we are going to start cooking our masala for pav bhaji. But I do have to make one correction here and make sure that you all know about it as well. Literally, the pav bhaji is made actually on a griddle, okay, like this, and it's a huge griddle. This is like a smaller size griddle, but when you will see vendors making pav bhaji, they would have the largest griddle like that, and they would be having all these onions, tomatoes, everything really decorated way, and then they just push it inside with the butter and they make it. And that, I think, even seeing that process is actually so much fun when someone is making pav bhaji like that. So here also one part you have to remember, I am a ghee queen, sweet, butter, right? And love is the key ingredient in my cooking, but today we have to say along with love, it's also butter. So when you are making this, today we're not really thinking about not having butter in our cooking. It's going to be lots and lots of butter. So here we go. Do not count today. Do not count any calories today, because it's not the day. It's a pav bhaji day. So let's put this in here. Start melting the butter. Now we don't want our butter to kind of get burned, so I'm just going to also add oil, little bit of oil along with butter, and let them melt. This is the best part. You have to remember, like having pav bhaji is one part. You can have this for in Mumbai, it's most like as a breakfast dish, right? But you can also have this anytime. If you feel like having it as a snack, you can do that. Also, it's healthy. It's healthy in the sense all the vegetables are going inside you, right? So now I know butter is expensive, and sometimes you have to kind of start, it's inflation times as well, right? So we have to think if we can really afford this, and if you can't afford it, there is no substitute. It's the substitute would be only just make it in oil and just put a dollop of butter on top, right? You can do that, but not in my kitchen. We have to make it the way it is. So right now, as it's melting, I have here fresh garlic chopped. So we are going to add, and lots of garlic. So for just little bit of those vegetables that I have there, I almost added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of garlic. And let's get the heat a little faster as well. So whenever you add some ingredient first in the pan, that is the flavor you're going to get. So right now we added garlic, so you will get that garlic taste in the pav bhaji when you taste it. Actually, I know you can taste it. I will taste it for you and I'll tell you how it is. But I am pretty sure you're going to make this at home because it's really delicious. Also, this pav bhaji, you don't want to burn your garlic as well. Just we are going to give it like few seconds and then add the next ingredients. What I was going to say was about pav bhaji. It got actually started in Mumbai. There was a lot of textile workers, and those workers, they needed to have something which is quick. Their hands do not get dirty, right? So at those times they used to take this pav bhaji buns with them. It's filling, so they would quickly eat and go back to their work. So that is how kind of like pav bhaji concept what we know as chefs, but it could be some other story which is hidden and I don't know, but that is what I know for the story part. So here I have chopped onions, onion chopping is also another art that you need to have, right? Because it also kind of, I know, brings some tears in the eyes, but tears are sometimes good, right? You can use you can make the big batch of chopped onions and keep it in fridge. So this way, when you get to it, you are not really worried that you have to chop the onion, start from scratch, right? So at this point, we are just mixing this. We are not making tadka. Tadka, I'll teach you in some other shows as well, the upcoming shows, we'll talk about tadka. But this is not exactly tadka, it's just making a masala, and we're not like this. As soon as the little color changes, I'm going to keep adding rest of the stuff. But in tadka, we caramelize our onions. We're not caramelizing our onions because we want to taste our onions. I want to see my onions in pav bhaji. So we are just giving it a good stir. If this was a smell-o-vision, I can tell you, you would have just loved the smells of it. Right now, that's in my kitchen. Okay, so this looks good. Also, just one tip for the onions, because I use it so much, I'm like kind of like it's my best friend as well. So you can, whenever you get some time, chop up, just get the peel off from onion and keep it in fridge. And that is one tip that I can give. That's a good tip that you should remember, and that will not give you any kind of teary eyes when you are chopping the onions when you need it. So at this point, I'm going to add tomatoes that are chopped, and tomatoes has moisture. So right now, I'm not adding everything together, because the reason you need to know when to add the next ingredient. Also, you need to start to see some separation of oil, which is very important. Towards the end of the recipe, we would like to just see oil separation happening in the pan, and sometimes it doesn't. You know why? Because it needs more butter. That's what it is. So you add more butter and you start to see oil separation. Oil separation is the key for Indian cooking. For anything you're making, you need to see oil separate, and I'll show you when it separates here, so you would understand what I'm talking about. And here we will just add some chopped ginger as well. See, now you can see I added garlic first, then my onions went in, tomatoes. Now I'm adding ginger, because the flavor of ginger will be there, but it won't be overpowering. And also, I was saying I just added those vegetables. Maybe I should say that I'm also being greedy, because I love these peppers as well, and I had some peppers. I didn't actually see them in the fridge first. Now when I'm looking at it, I feel I should use these peppers as well. So if you have red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, anything you want to use it. I mean pepper. Okay. And at this point, we will add our masala in there as well. Now you can see there is not too many masalas that are going in, right? We're not using like 5-6 spices, because everything is in the pav bhaji masala. All those spices, 10-15 spices that have been dry roasted with the flavor is already there. So I love pav bhaji very spicy, and I also love the color as well. So I'm gonna try to add, oh my god, yeah, I can eat it. I'm okay. I don't know your heat level, but you don't have to. If you feel you cannot handle that much heat, then add less, okay? And now touch of salt has to go in. So I have this digestive salt that I've been loving it. So I'm just going to use this as well. So you can see here, this is from Papaji Foods, and I feel they have added also little bit of mango powder flavor that I need in pav bhaji, so it will be there. Now can you see here, when we started where I was, and it was not even looking this happy. Now you can see the oil separation. This is the key point here. All this bubbling of oil that you see surrounded with all this goodness is your oil separation. So now this is telling me that it's very happy, and we will add our Pav Bhaji masala, and I'm going to add more as well once we add the vegetables. So Pav Bhaji masala goes in. See how simple it is? It's just easy. You just have to make sure you just boil the vegetables ahead of time if you know some guests are gonna come in, right? It's Friday and you just want to enjoy. It's just something that you can make quick. So this is done. You know what? I don't think so it's done. It needs more butter. That's me. But that's what Pav Bhaji is demanding too. So a little bit more butter. Okay. Now all we are going to do, the vegetables that I did, I'm just going to add. So here my stove is just on a very low heat, so I can kind of go on top of it and pick up the vegetables that are boiled. And also, to add some fusion, I do have to say this, I am going to be serving this like in a nice fondue style, right? I just thought it'll be so much fun to give it a little twist, and it should be served just in a fondue set, and that's what I will be doing, and I'll show you that. And then just a fusion where, you know, I feel there is also it can actually go with some other cuisine as well, or some other cuisine is already making those Pav Bhaji buns, and how would they eat or what would they call it? We will learn that together. And now I'm just going to finish up our Pav Bhaji dish and get ready to grill some pav with it, and then I'll see you. So I'll see you soon. So now you can see here our bhaji looks really good. It's like eat me, right? But anyways, we have to get our buns done. So here are our Pav Bhaji buns that we are going to, yeah, you will love this. Don't have to think she's adding too much butter. It's never too much butter. It's so good. So I'm just kind of copying those vendors and trying to do it in the same pan where bhaji is cooking, and it's okay because bhaji will get onto the buns a little bit, and that's what we want. It should just be drenched into it, and then we eat it. We eat with more bhaji, right? So just like this, and you can make a space, just move it. It'll be happy to give some space here to our buns. And see, this is almost done with the cooking part, and all we're doing is just the bun. So you don't want to like really grill it or toast it, right? So it's just that as soon as the color changes, we're done. We're done with the Pav Bhaji buns in there. So you just finish it as long as it doesn't get to my shirt. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So we'll just give it another few seconds, and then Pav Bhaji buns are going to be ready. Our bhaji is ready, and my mouth is watering. I would love to try this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dish this up for you all, and I will come back with the final presentation of Pav Bhaji dish. It's time for a fusion twist. We are taking today's dish and giving it another cultural flavor. as you always know, I have some fusion tip for you. So today we had these Pav Bhaji buns. Also, you can use Filipino style buns, which is known as pandesal. So combine the flavors, infuse the flavors, and just use it. Have fun. Welcome back. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit. Now today we made Pav Bhaji, but I was talking about also that I'm going to show you how to do poha recipe, which is again another breakfast recipe, but unfortunately I ran out of time, and I'm pretty sure it happens in your kitchen as well, where time is a constraint. So that's okay. Just make sure you are going to visit my website kitchenpunjabi.com, and I promise I will share this recipe over there for you. So we have reached to the point where it's the best point of the day, right? That is time to taste it. So we made this delicious Pav Bhaji, which I have given it into a fondue style. So now let's try. Okay, so I'm just going to take a bite of, and I'll tell you how to even just kind of put everything over in your spoon. So a little bit of onions, and I'm just also going to add some tomato to this and get into my bhaji, which is nice and warm because it's on fondue set. So just like that, and I'm going to taste it. So I'm tasting it from your side as well. Don't worry, okay, you are going to get it as well. You know, right now it just seems like I'm in Mumbai and I'm going to go on the beach and enjoy the Pav Bhaji there. That's how I feel. It's so good. Also, bite of my green chili. Green chili has a lot of vitamin C. It is spicy, but that's okay. We're ending our show as usual on a sweet note. So today's sweet note is going to be ras malai. I chose. So ras malai here, I have the one here which is lychee flavor. I'm going to try this. Also, we have mango ras malai, and the other flavor is saffron kesar ras malai. It is all delicious, and on its own it's so good as well. So right now, and ras malai, if you don't know what it is, actually it is the milk. With milk there is pistachios in there. And then this is made out of the fresh paneer as well, which is also called chena. So we just make with that, steamed, and with some sugar in it. You know what it is? It just melts in your mouth. That's how ras malai is. And I can finish even if there's 12 pieces in the box. Trust me, I love it so much. It'll be all gone. Before you even walk in, it'll be all gone. So now, I think this is it for today's show, and this is all the time we got today. But you all have to remember, love is the key ingredient, and of all the music that reaches farthest into heaven, it's the beating of a loving heart. Love is the key ingredient. Remember to use it all the time. Once you try the recipes, you have to let me know how are they coming out in your kitchen. So for that, please visit my website kitchenpunjabi.com, or you can follow me on Instagram handle Chef Jasjit Kaur. Thanks, and I'll see you again. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit.